Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited to share this vlog with you. As you can see from the title, I'm doing another one of my reading Christian Booktube's favorite books video because these are so fun for me to film, and they kind of are my reason to continue reading the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer, because I just find it so fun to share my reactions along the way. I have a video for every single book so far, so I'll link them all down below if you care. I know a lot of people love this series, and that's why I include these books, because it's a very well-loved series on Christian Booktube. I didn't start reading them until last year because I just wasn't interested in the storyline. I don't usually enjoy a dual timeline, and I don't really enjoy historical fiction, so those things were working against this series, but it's so unique and well written that I actually do quite enjoy reading the series. I haven't had a 5-star out of any of the books so far, but I've had 3 and 4 stars, so that's pretty good. So I will be reading Across the Ages, which is book 4 in the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer, and I'm excited to do that. But I'm also going to be reading another book because I don't want to read just the Timeless series, otherwise I just name it Reading the Timeless series. But this is Christian Booktube's favorite books, and I chose Of Love and Treason by Jamie Ogle to be the other book that I read in this video, because this won, I believe, a Christie Award, or maybe it was a Rita, either a Christie or a Rita. Will it say on here? I don't know, but I have heard amazing things about this book, so I want to read it in this video as well. And I already have the audiobook for it, so I will be reading this one first in this video, and then I'll end off with Across the Ages. So I'm just introing this video while I can. I am going to be going into a busy couple of days, so I probably won't update for a little bit. I haven't even, I've read the first little prologue part of this book, but I haven't actually gotten really into it. So I will update as often as I can and give you guys my honest opinions. This is kind of biblical fiction, but I guess not biblical. It's just ancient historical fiction. It's set in Rome in AD 270, very long time ago, you know? But I just have heard such good things. It's a romance, but it's also historical. So as long as it's compelling, as long as it's interesting and I enjoy it, it'll be fine. So yeah, these are the 2 books, and I'm excited to share this all with you. I will do the best I can I will be doing spoiler free. So if you've not read these books before, it'll be spoiler free. I'll be very vague in my reactions, especially with the Timeless series, because this is book 4. They're all connected, but you don't have to read them in order, but it's probably better if you do. That's what to update on this book because it's good news. I am really liking it. The writing style is so good. Yes! Oh, you know how worried I was? So well, maybe you don't know how worried I was, but I did mention this briefly in a previous vlog where I was like, oh, I'm not in the mood for this, I don't know. But I did get the audiobook for the book, and pairing it together, listening to the audiobook and reading along, it's such a nice experience. I think the narrator is great, but I just really like the writing style, and I'm just interested because you're basically following, let me see what it tells you. I would say mainly this girl named Iris, and she is Roman. Her dad is a jailer, so Jews probably don't like her, and Christians don't like her because, well, am I making that up? Just a little bit. Okay, reset. Iris and her dad are Roman, and they have gone to every single god that exists and tried to get Iris's sight back because she was in an accident. I don't remember exactly or what, if that was explained, but something happened where she lost her sight, and she's been blind for quite a few years, and they are trying to get the gods to heal her, and nothing is working. And then she runs into this guy named Valentine. He said, oh, I'll pray for you. And then the next day or that night or something, her sight comes back for a second or 2, and she starts to see light, and she's like, So she starts getting curious about Valentine's God, and it's Jesus because Valentine's a Christian. Just that whole thing, I'm like so fascinated. I can't wait to see how that plays out. You do also get perspectives of her dad a little bit. Her dad's name is Quintus, and he is a jailer. He's just trying to get his daughter's sight back. So he's going to every god, every like person who says they have some kind of connection to the gods that will like get the daughter's sight back if they pay a certain amount of money and all of that. So it's so interesting. I'm actually quite into it. I think the writing style is what is like carrying it, because sometimes I find books set in this time period are so dry and just like don't care, but it's definitely more character driven than, not necessarily not plot, but like the setting isn't as like involved, I guess I want to say. I don't know, it's just very character driven and I really like it. Yeah, I guess I would say there's not much of a plot. It's more of like what are the characters doing on a day-to-day basis and like stuff affecting them, but there's not like a plot going on. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, recommend so far. I hopefully want to binge this. Because I'm also so curious about Across the Ages and I just want to start that. But I'm on page 104 right now, and that's what got me into it. Like, first couple chapters, I'm like, okay, how do I feel about this? I don't know. And no, I'm into it now, and it's great. So yeah, page 104. I'm gonna hopefully binge a whole bunch today while I can. And it's really fun, guys. So yeah, my mom is visiting me and my sister for this week. They're out right now. They wanted to go camping, but we got rained out. So I may insert a clip of some rain because I was in a coffee shop a couple days ago and it was pouring rain. But outside the coffee shop, like even when it's sunny, there's a whole bunch of umbrellas like hanging kind of as like a cute display. So I'll insert that clip because I thought it was cute. I took a quick little video. I wasn't there to read, I was there to meet with friends, so I didn't record anything else. And then I might go meet up with my mom and my sister. They're thrifting right now, so maybe I'll go look for some books. I don't know. I don't really need books though. Well, there's always more books you could have, right? It's more so like new releases. There's no like backlist books that I want at the moment, other than like my Amazon wish list. But anyways, okay, so here we go. Of Love and Treason, really enjoying it. Thank you. Hi you guys. So the chapters are in Roman numerals. I think I'm on chapter 23. Is XX and 3 I's? X is 10, right? So 23. Yay. Okay. Anyway, so that's page 147 of Love and Treason. And I'm really liking it. And I think something really exciting is going to happen in this chapter. So I want to record it. I'm liking it, you guys. I am surprised. I just like the characters, and I really like when it's written well, a character being really curious about Jesus and Christianity, and when there's like a Christian that is so kind of like, I guess, humble and simple and just says like, Jesus is calling out to you, and just answer him and just call on him. And I just love it. I love that. So I'm going to read this chapter, and I really hope that what I think is going to happen is going to happen. No spoilers. Okay. Also, this must be like a Roman word or something, but she calls her dad Pater, or in the audiobook it's like Pater or something. I don't even know. But does that mean father in some kind of other language? That's what I want to know. Because the father's name is Quintus, but she calls him Pater, or like Pater? I don't even know. Oh, another thing I want to say is leading up to this point, I love the way that the Christians, when they talk and like when they encourage each other, sometimes almost word for word, they say a Bible verse like to encourage each other. And I just think that's really great. I love the way that the author is like including that to just show that they have been reading scriptures and they're starting to memorize God's word and using it to encourage each other. So I really like that. Page 150. My pater and I have prayed to every god we can find, and none listened until you prayed. Yes. Pray to your God again for me so I can see. I cannot heal you, but if he chooses, my God can. Look how powerful this is. He is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He was and is and will always be the one true God, the only God. He created everything that exists out of nothing. He spoke and the world came into being, breathed and the stars burst into flames. He called light into existence with a word. He is the all-powerful one, the all-knowing one, creator, rescuer, healer. She could hardly breathe waiting for him to go on. I just love it, like powerful, you know? Okay, what I really like. So he's praying, Lord God, just as you Just as you restored the sight of the blind beggar and many others, restore Iris's sight for the glory of your name, so that all who know her may see you and know you. That was it. One sentence. No strange incantations, no incense, no money, no blood. I just love that because obviously, like, there's no payment required. You can just pray and he hears you, and you can ask him and receive salvation free. Like, when you really realize that, I love it. That's why I love this book. Like, the faith content here, like, this is true, like, historical Christian fiction, and I love it. Yeah. Bottom of page 151. Oh, so good, you guys. So good. There is a high cost to following Jesus. It will not make your life easier or safer, especially now. But God promises never to leave you alone, and during your troubles, you will find his overpowering peace. Even so, I must believe. How can I not? And that's how I feel. Like, as much as I'm like, man, there's certain things that I desire in my life that if I didn't know Jesus, I could just get. Nothing is strong enough, though, to stand against, like, how I know Jesus is the way. And I have to follow him. Like, I just feel that. And, like, of everything that I've been through in my life, all through high school, university, working, changing careers, meeting people, maybe dating someone, then not, like, all of those things, none of it even touches, like, how faithful God has been in my life. And, like, every time I think, like, oh, like, God's left me and there's nothing good in my life anymore and I'm gonna be disappointed and whatever, but I always come back to, like, no matter what, like, truly, even if I've got it wrong, even if I'm crazy, I can't escape that Jesus is the way. That is where the power is. That is where my future is. And I have to follow him. There's no other way for me to go. And I'm convinced. I'm just fully convinced in his power and who he is. And it doesn't mean that things are easy, but in a way, it does give me this kind of, like, confident assurance that that won't change. Like, he doesn't change, and so my belief in him doesn't have to change. And there's, like, some confidence in that for me. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I'm loving this book. Okay, everyone. Hello. I'm about to finish Of Love and Treason. I'm on page 357, chapter 58. Yes. LV 111. 111. Yeah. L is 50, V is 5, 1 is 1. So, like, 50 plus 5 is 55 plus 3 is 58. Proud of myself. Okay, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Yeah. So I'm really enjoying this book. Few things. You know what? No. I'm going to finish it and then I'll tell you the few things. So let's do it. Wow. 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 Oh. Wow. Oh. Ah. Yo. That's it? Okay, so I finished it. Okay, if you guys are criers in books, this will do it. It's really well done. Couple things. So that ending though. I get it, but would have been nice, you know? So one of the things is it gets pretty gory and like unsettling in some of like the torture gore, and I can't handle it. I cannot read human torture gore scenes. It's too much for me. So there were scenes that were too much for me in this book, so be warned of that. She gives details on like how torture happens, and even not even like the process of the torture, but like the aftermath of it as well. The way she describes the body, I'm like, I don't need those details. I don't want them. I don't want to, no. Okay. I know it happened back in the day, and it happens today too. I just don't, that's a boundary. Okay. So yeah. And then, but the faith content is through the roof, like 100 out of 100. Okay. 100% so good. The faith content. So that's amazing. Romance I enjoyed, but there's a lot of buts in that one. Okay. The overall story was more about the faith journey of these characters and not really a plot. There wasn't much happening, but I was fine with it because I'm character driven more so than plot anyways. This feels like a 4.75. Like now I understand. Like if this is what people mean when they say 4.75, I get it, because it feels like it deserves a 5-star, but it's not a 5-star for me because of those things I just talked about, like the torture for sure. And then, yeah, mainly the torture, to be honest. If the torture wasn't there, it probably would be a 5-star, but I had to like skip some parts because it was too much and I would not read them again. And the very beginning was unsettling, like seriously. So there's kind of like a grayed out page, and then it'll say City of Rome and then the date, AD 270, and it will be just like a scene of, it seems like basically Romans torturing Christians and like executing them. And I get it if like you want to set up the setting, but I feel like it didn't really, just added sadness to the story and it didn't need to be there. That's my opinion. I'm not going to do this 0.2575 thing. That's like too much, too specific. Like it's 4.5, that's fine. But I would recommend it as long as you're aware of the like gore factor. And yeah, that's about it. I'm really glad I read this though. And it's definitely a high rating. Like I'm happy with it. I liked it more than I expected, but I did expect to like it because of the high ratings and the way that it won an award. And it does have like, well, even Francine Rivers quoted it. And this is so Francine Rivers coded, but like Francine Rivers just has more romance in her books for sure. And they're obviously longer and all the things. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Done. I am going to start Across the Ages now. I'm very excited about that. So I will check in when I have that going. I'm gonna have to sneak it in between all of my busy stuff going on with work, and I'm reading other books in between. So I don't know when you'll see me next, but it will be when I'm starting Across the Ages. And I'm excited. I really hope I like this book. I want to like it so bad. Okay, everyone, I have Across the Ages here, and I'm so excited to share with you. I did start it already. I got the audiobook, so I just find that tandem reading audiobook with physical book is kind of my favorite way to read lately, and that's what I've been trying to do. So anytime I'm reading a book on Goodreads or something, it usually means I have the audiobook and the physical book. So that's just how I prefer to do things, just because it helps me like get more immersed in the story. So I don't know, that's my way of doing it. But for Across the Ages, this is book 4 in the Timeless series. And I'm so excited about this because yeah, I'm 100 pages in, I'm on chapter 9 and I really like it. Yes, I'm so excited, you guys. I really like it. This is the strongest start to one of these books since I've started this series. I have given, I think the first 2 books 4 stars and the third book 3 stars. And I was kind of worried that the series was going downhill for me because it is, well, I would say that the first 2, actually, yeah, no, the second and the third were very historical based, meaning that the setting and the time period played a major role in what was happening to the characters. And it felt less character driven, even though like, no, it was still character driven, but just, it almost felt equal maybe. Like the characters and the time period were like really in tandem, I guess. Don't know if that makes sense, but for this, Across the Ages, it feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just more interested in these time periods. But no, I'm interested in the characters that she's talking to and like what is going on with all these relationships and stuff. And then the setting just kind of like adds to the story. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so we're following Caroline. She is living in 1727 and 1927. In 1727, that's kind of like the pirate era. So I won't go into too much details, but I've noticed that there are like mentions of characters from the previous book. What was the previous book called? For a Lifetime, I think, with the twins. So the twins have been mentioned in this book, and I really wish that I remembered it better. Like they're like talking about the character names and stuff, and I'm like, oh, do I remember who they're talking about? Not quite. So I probably would feel like even more connected if I remembered it. It's fine. I'm just trying to say that I'm very interested in where this is going. Both timelines are interesting. I really like this main girl's personality, Caroline. I like her personality. She is, I don't know how to explain it, you guys. I think I like that she doesn't complain. She's smart, but she still like acts her age. She's 20. And I just like that, I don't know, it's less about, she hasn't been talking about, oh, which timeline do I want to be in? She has goals in each, and she's trying to just accomplish her goals. And I'm just into it. I'm really into it. So in the 1927 one, is that right? Yeah. In 1927, her parents are Christians and they are like big on prohibition and like kind of doing revival speaking kind of. And she like sings with her dad and stuff. And she's not that into it, which is interesting. So she's definitely like questioning her faith in that timeline. And then in 1727, she's trying to find her mom. And that's all that I will say there. But I'm just really liking both, and I like her character, I think is what it is. So yeah, you guys, I'm very surprised. So yeah, I'm on chapter 9, page 100, and I am going to hopefully read a whole bunch of this and give you some reactions. I don't have anyone to read it with because the person that I usually message is book lover Amanda, because she read the first 3 books before I did, so she already knew what was happening, so I would just like send her updates, but she hasn't read this book yet. We'll see how it goes, but she does explain like in the very first chapter what she can do, like time jump, and I feel like you could start here, honestly, with the series and then go back and start with book 1 and read up to it. Because like I said, there's mentions of the characters from book 3, but if you didn't know that, then like it wouldn't mean anything. It's because I know that I'm like, oh, that's like a connection, but I can't quite remember, so it doesn't like mean that much at the same time. So yeah, that is where I'm at. I'm going to read some of this. I finally have time to film videos and film reading vlogs because I've been missing making vlogs. I've been doing mostly sit down videos because that's all I have time for, but we will keep, yeah. Hello everyone. I have my coffee. I have my bookshelf. I have stuff on the floor. Oh, yeah, lots of stuff. My shoe fell off. Stacks of books. you know? So I'm going to be working on this while I listen to the audiobook for Across the Ages. But I use my phone to listen to the audiobook, so I can't like record myself working on this because you can't record and listen at the same time. So really sorry about that. But just so you know, I'm reading this. I am on chapter 16, so like basically halfway, I think. Yeah, almost halfway. And you guys, I'm loving this. I feel like it's gonna be 5 stars. I really, really enjoy it. And I'm happy about it. So I'm gonna listen to the audiobook and just get this space tidied up. The books that you see in these stacks, if you have questions about them, disregard. I request random books always, and I usually don't read them, but it's just, it like fills the need to like buy a book. I just request it from the library instead, and then I give it back, you know? But it's just that kind of like getting and requesting that like, I don't know, fills that need. So if you have a book buying problem, maybe try just requesting like 20 books from the library, go pick them up. It's kind of fun. You know, it's like a book haul, but then you get to put the books back. So anyways, I'm going to start cleaning, and maybe I'll do an after of this shot. So here's the before, guys. Okay, and this is after. So not that different, but like different enough, you know? And full transparency, I just moved this from here to here. But yeah, I put some books on the shelf, and then I just got tired and I decided not to do this anymore. So good for me. I also have read more of the book. I think, well, I'm on page like 216, 217. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a chapter. What chapter am I in? 19. Yeah, so I have been like, I ended up watching some YouTube videos instead of continuing to listen. Don't spoil yourself, okay? But yeah, I'm loving it, and I'm drinking my coffee still. Hello, you guys! So, Across the Ages. I am almost done. I'm on chapter 25, page 284. And what is so interesting about this book, I'm gonna kind of compare it to the other 3 because this feels very different, not very different, but like different enough than the other 3, because there's kind of 2 things going on that make it unique. And that's probably why she still can make the series work, because she still has unique ideas. So I don't know if this is a spoiler. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the back does explain that Caroline doesn't know why she's a time crosser, because neither side, she doesn't have someone in her life on either side of her times that can explain what's going on. So she's just been living with it. And that is so interesting. Like, that's kind of the main, I guess, driver of the book, is she's trying to figure out why she can do this and what's happening and whatever. Right. Okay. So, because I was going to say, and then the other main thing is you're not following her trying to decide which timeline to pick, because she doesn't even know that she has to pick one. So there's the thing. But I think that's brilliant. I'm really interested in that, because I don't know why. I like her because she's not acting like she does have to pick one. She's invested in both her lives, and she definitely, there's romance. There's romance. Okay, and it's adorable. That's another thing. Love the romance in this one. You know, this is for the girlies. Okay, this romance is for the girls. Yeah, I like this book a lot. This is giving 5 stars, you guys. It really is, because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Every time I'm not reading it, I'm thinking about reading it again. Like, I just want to binge it. And so I do plan to finish this today. I think I have like 100 pages left. And the other cool thing, I guess because of the nature of this book, for updates and stuff, there's less like wow moments and there's less twists, because I don't know why, there just is. But I'm fine with that. Like, I'm still fully invested. Whereas like I would say, I would say that the other 3 all had twists at this point, like a couple twists. But I would say that maybe there's been 1 twist so far. I like what she's doing here, and it's making me really want to read the next book like soon. It's making me like really like the series now. This is for sure my favorite book in the series so far, and I've heard people say that, and it's true, you guys. Like, it's actually that good, I think. For predictions, I don't know. Honestly, I do like both timelines, which is surprising. But I do think that I feel like she'd be happier if she stayed in 1727. But because of that, I think she's gonna end up in 1927. But yeah, things are happening in both where I'm like, this is so interesting. I like it a lot. So yeah, so let's go and finish this and we'll see how it goes. You guys, I am fully ready for bed, as you can see. And I have one chapter left and the epilogue. I'm on chapter 30. And I feel like something terrible is coming, but there's only 2 chapters left. Like, I need to record my reaction again. Surprised. Oh. Nice. Okay. Oh. Oh, Lewis. Yo. Wait a second. There's another chapter. I thought there wasn't. Oh no. Oh, I just feel like something bad's gonna happen. Okay. On the epilogue. Oh, okay. Oh. I can handle that. I can really handle that. Hi everyone, so it is the next day from that last clip and I went to work and I am driving home. Not in this moment, but I will be driving home. And I just wanted to do a final update on Across the Ages by Gabrielle Meyer. I really loved this book. I really liked the ending too. This felt so different compared to her other books, and it seems like most people like it. Like, I've seen a lot of positive reviews, and I'm actually surprised because this felt the least about which timeline is better for Caroline and more about who she is as a person and what she learns about herself in both timelines, because it did feel kind of obvious, I guess, which timeline she was going to pick. But because of the previous books, I was like, but is it going to go that way? And that kind of added a bit of suspense, I guess. But I was way more invested in who she is as a person and her character development through that, and then the romance and the other characters and like the faith lessons that she and her family learned. So overall, I really loved it. I would give it 5 stars. I'm just going to say 5 stars, you know? And this has made me so excited to keep reading this series, because the previous book, For Lifetime, was not impressive to me. It was 3 stars. I was like, I don't know if the series is for me anymore. But now, I don't know, like, this has totally revitalized me, and I definitely want to keep reading the other books, and I'm excited to do that. So I highly recommend this book. I highly recommend the series. And I think for the best experience, read them in order back to back. But I do feel like you could start here at the same time, like, just because of how different this one feels. I don't know. I think that you would really like it. And then, yes, the characters from the previous book are in this book, but I almost feel like it would make For Lifetime even better and more enjoyable knowing already like where they end up here. I guess it would take all of the like mystery out of it. But still, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching this video, this reading vlog. And this is kind of different. I've never ended a video in a car, I feel like. Or maybe I have, I don't know. But either way, thank you for being here, you guys. I'm so excited to share this with you. Please leave your thoughts about both of the books in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm so excited to keep making reading vlogs. I feel like it's been a while and I really miss talking to you guys in this format. So, oh, and I'll link below all of the reading vlogs that I have for this timeless series so that you can watch the ones for the books that you have read if you haven't read this book / some of the other books. I don't know. But yeah, I'll link them all down below so you can watch them if you haven't yet. So yeah, again, thank you for being here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Yeah?
You know?
Yeah. What are the odds that
Are you recording?
Yes.
Never mind.
I'm busy, sorry.
Okay. Can you look at something really quick?
Okay, what? One thing what's my problem? Get it together. We're fine. Okay. You follow Iris. She was blind, or is blind. Also, I can't tell what the lighting is like. It feels a little bit too exposed, but hopefully it's okay. I think my hair is looking not the right color. It's like darker than this.